Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? I'm the original gamer, OgStevieStrow. Nice to see you. What are we going to play here today? Well, we are going to play Donkey King, later known as the King. An interesting little anecdote story here. This game was what prompted me to let pretty much a stranger upgrade my computer. I had a 16K silver color computer at the time, needed 32K, and basically I didn't understand how computers worked internally. I didn't understand computer hardware. I was afraid to let anybody touch my computer. I was very loyal to Radio Shack, so I just figured if I was going to get any upgrades done to my computer, I'd get them done at Radio Shack. But when I saw this game at my friend's house, and I saw how awesome it was, and his dad basically says, "Look, dude, I'll add the memory to your computer." I was just like, boom, do it, get it done. No questions asked. Now, how the heck do I start this bloody game?
Hi, this is John Linville.
And Neil Blanchard.
We are the Coco Crew. I hope you're enjoying watching Stevie Strow play video games, especially the Coco games. And when you're done with that, check out our podcast at cococrew.org.
Number of players 1. Practice game? No. Let's see how badly I can do. But what was so cool about this game was, you know, it just captured all of the elements, all of the essence of the arcade game. And unless you were around in the 80s, you really can't appreciate how popular this game was, how influential this game was. This game was what was able to launch the ColecoVision console because it was their launch title. ColecoVision at the time had probably the best version, the best home version of Donkey Kong available, and it was so good that it helped them, you know, get a game console off the ground because everybody wanted this game, you know what I mean? And so for a period of time, the ColecoVision version was pretty much the gold standard because it had 3 levels. It had the first board that I just finished, which was the elevators round. It had the second board, which I'm doing now, which is where you pop the rivets. And then it also had the third board, which was the elevators. The difference with them is that their elevators did not contain the jumping jacks that would bounce around and provide the primary challenge of that level. So instead of there being jumping jacks, there were just fireballs to dodge. But it was still pretty impressive that it had all 3 of those levels. Oh crap, I fell. And it had all the looks, all the color, all the sound, the background music, the whole 9 yards. So that ColecoVision version was like the undisputed home heavyweight championship of Donkey Kong. Pretty much the holy grail of home Donkey Kong. When I saw this version here, my mind was blown because I was like, oh my god, it's animated. The Donkey Kong like beats his chest. He throws the barrels. It's got the intermissions. It's got all these things. It was just like a whole nother level of Donkey Kong at home, you know. So in my lifetime, at least in the 80s, this was the single best home version of Donkey Kong I personally ever came across. Now, I have now learned that there have been other versions. As a matter of fact, I've seen videos now where ColecoVision had a version of this on cassette for the Coleco Adam computer that actually had all 4 levels and more animations and intermissions. Now, the video I've seen, I'm a little bit confused on because I don't know if that version of the game existed in the 80s or if somebody produced it later. But in any case, I have now seen a version for the Coleco Adam computer, which was basically a ColecoVision on steroids. It had a lot more RAM and everything else, so it could do more levels. So I've seen videos of that version, and I would have to say at that point that the ColecoVision Adam version would be a superior version to Donkey King, just because it's got more colors and, you know, a whole 9 yards. But in 1980, whenever this thing came out, greatest thing I ever saw in my lifetime. It's very challenging. One of the One of the things about this is that the fireballs are so tall, they're really hard to jump over. And you have this little stupid move here where you can fall pretty easily. Oh, okay, let's put up our initials. Alright, let's do that. Well, let's put up our initials. 15,000 points, making it to the second level. I would consider that pretty embarrassing, but I'll take the small victory. Alright. So, let's see if we can beat the second round. Let's see if we can beat the rivets phase. Yeah, and so since I now have access to play the real Donkey Kong in an emulator, I can play the original Donkey Kong to my heart's content. And being able to compare these things almost side by side, I will say that this version is harder. I just screwed myself, yeah. This version is harder than the original arcade. The patterns of the barrels, everything else, because the playing field's a little bit shortened, some scale has been adjusted. The barrels are pretty much almost as big as you are. They seem to know wherever you are going to be, as you just saw there. They're less... this is my perception anyways, they seem to be less of a predetermined pattern and almost almost cognizant of knowing where you are, knowing where you are going to try to be, and they just seem to somehow telepathically know how to screw you 16 different ways to Sunday, no matter what you want to do. So this game is a hard freaking game. It is harder than the original. I'll go on record by saying that. You're welcome to not agree with me, and you're also welcome to burn in hell, because I'm right. So yes. First level, I can finish. One small concession there is you don't have to climb up that final ladder. You just jump onto a little mini platform. But Donkey Kong's on the right side of the screen, unlike the ColecoVision where he was on the opposite side of the screen. Is this fireball going to screw me? I don't know. Different philosophies on which pattern to take here. Do you want to do side by side? Do you want to work your way up? I seem to screw it up no matter what I do. So far I'm actually doing halfway decent. Yeah, sometimes you can get points for jumping those guys in midair like that. Now, I've got fireballs out the wazoo. I'm thinking I'm going to go down one level and cut across. Fireballs, oh great balls of fire. You're trying to screw me, yes you are. I know that's your desire. Alright, I might have to actually break out the pwn hammer here. Crikeys, bloody hell. Let me back up here, man. For the love of God. I must have my Donkey King. Yeah, so, is it a hard frickin' game? Yes, it is a hard frickin' game, man. These fireballs are bastards. They're just dang bastards. And barrels are evil. Donkey Kong's a D-bag. It is just frickin'... It is on like Donkey Kong, you know what I mean? It's frickin' ridiculous. Donkey King. Game plays a little bit better with the deluxe joystick than it did with the standard free-falling Tandy joystick. God, you stupid barrel. La-dee-da-dee-da-da-doo. I don't know what the heck I was thinking there, but it seems to take a little bit of time and energy and beating on the keyboard to get the game to restart, or to get to let you start over again, you know? I knew that was happening. I knew that was happening. I knew that barrel was gonna fall. Frickin' barrel. Bite me. sometimes you can boink your head on the barrels above you. Alright, first level, somewhat able to be passed. Second level, to be determined. Okay, let's make it happen, people. Let's make it happen. Stupid frickin' fireball. Bite me. Grrr. Alright, let's try going this way. Different approach. I don't know why. Maybe if I just go all the way to the right and start backtracking and going to the left. The one thing this game will not let you do is it will not let you jump over the rivets. You have to walk over them. Alright, you need to go. You need to go to hell. Yes, get out of my frickin' way. Thank you. Frickin' fireballs. Okay, they're everywhere. These frickin' fireballs. Screw you, fireball! My last frickin' dude. Alright, well screw that going to the right strategy. Let's try this strategy here. So far, none of my frickin' strategies have worked. So, we're going to try to get everything on the left side and then pray for God and Jesus to get stuff on the right side. Alright, so left side is done. Done. I'm thinking I'm going to grab the hammer. Stop. Hammer time. Now there is a trick where you can, well, you can fall and die like a loser. There is a trick where on the right side you can fall all the way through and pop every single rivet on the way down. Actually, Curtis has that video on his YouTube page. I think I've discovered that trick in the past accidentally as well. But what you've just seen here is me doing incredibly, horribly, ridiculously bad at Donkey King.
Let the Radio Shack TRS-80 put the world of color computing into your home. Instant loading program packs turn any color TV into an exciting game arcade. And there's more. The color computer is an educational aid, a home management tool, and up-to-the-minute electronic information service. The programmable, expandable TRS-80 color computer from $399 only at Radio Shack, the biggest name in little computers.
And the reason why is because the frickin' game is hard. Frickin' game is evil. The barrels are evil. The fireballs are evil. The frickin' Donkey Kong dude himself is frickin' evil. You're evil, Donkey Kong. You are frickin' evil, dude. So, but yeah, it is a cool game. It is a fun game. I enjoyed playing it miserably. I enjoyed embarrassing myself while playing it for your amusement. And I will definitely play it again. We've been talking about some ideas and some videos, like the games that you're really bad at and the games that really make you rage. We might do some videos like that in the near future as well. As I'm still working on a fan favorites top 10 color computer games as voted on by the fans. That's going to be another project coming up pretty soon too. So hope you enjoyed this video of the Radio Shack TRS-80 color computer game of Donkey King, later to be called The King from Tom Mix Software. Cool game, fun game, all 4 levels. Much more challenging and difficult than the arcade version, but a fun game nonetheless. I have been the original gamer, StevieStrow, and you have been watching one of my many color computer YouTube videos. I've got over 135, almost probably 140 of these videos at this point in time. So if you like to see old school games in action, check out my color computer playlist. Plenty of things there. If you like to hear about how games were made, check out some of my color computer interviews with the original authors of some of these classic and iconic games. I got all kinds of content, got all kinds of projects down the road, so make sure you subscribe, leave a like, throw out a comment, and share with your friends. And hey, have you got your Coco 3 yet? This is my white Coco 1. My Coco 3 is behind me, right back there. There's my Coco 3 back there. Get your Coco 3. Listen to the Coco Crew podcast. Long live the Coco. Coco forever. Keep on gaming, and peace out, everybody.